And so will Jay, and so will the Hoff. At the end of the show, we're all going to wear feathers. If you're okay with that.
I'm okay with it.
Excellent. I think we'll look good. Like I said, I haven't broken these out in over 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is September 19th, 2017. We are here. We are just a few days away from the biggest events of the entire year in independent wrestling, in these parts anyway, DieselMania 2. Hollywood J. Williams over here, Dangerous Dan, RJ Toothe once again. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing pretty good, Jay. It's a pleasure to be back with you guys.
Definitely. Welcome to East Haven. And here we have a man gracing our presence, a legend.
Wait, Hollywood, let's not get crazy about legend. I'm what they call a never was, a has been, a wannabe, but it's great to be here on the squared circle with Dangerous Dan, Hollywood J, and my broadcast partner, RJ Toothe. Hello to everybody out there in ETV and YouTube. Here we are, squared circle. It doesn't get any better than that, Jay.
That's right. This is Big Daddy, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, hold on, Hollywood. Let's get it straight now. Let's start off here on the right foot. I am the guardian of chaos, Big Daddy, and I tell it like it is.
Always.
Thank you, Jay.
Except to the FCC.
Well, don't get me started on the FCC. I'll come back there. I'll kick your ass. I'll throw them off the air. I got Dangerous Dan here. I got Hollywood. I got RJ. I don't care about the FCC. I'm on a squared circle now.
Sorry.
RJ, you had to get me wound up and you had to get me crazy here on a squared circle.
How many pots of coffee did you have?
Listen, I cannot divulge my personal information. I know one thing with you guys. I've been a fan of the squared circle for many years. You guys are here in ETV, Hollywood, Dangerous One, RJ. You guys are busier than a blow-up doll at a frat party.
We're everywhere.
We're in rare form today.
You are everywhere. And you know what? We got a big show. I'm glad you guys are having me here. So, Jay, kick it off here on the squared circle.
Definitely. We're talking about the major events of the season for Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling. DieselMania 2.
Yes, sir.
Well, it's going to be, we're 7 days out of DieselMania 2.
Well, when this airs, it'll be 4 or 5.
Oh, wait. When this airs, what does that mean, RJ?
I mean, we're going to air a little this week. We're live to tape, brother.
We're live right now!
To tape.
We're live to tape.
And do you know that in 2 days, tomorrow will be yesterday? At least that's what I was told.
Yes.
So let's get down to brass tacks. I got the Dangerous One, Hollywood, RJ. We're talking about DieselMania 2, Saturday, September 23rd. Whenever this airs, everybody out in ETV will be watching the Squared Circle. It is for the Michael J. D'Angelo Scholarship Fund. Now, for people who don't know about Diesel, which everybody does, here's a guy, a high school student, a college student, a young man who was a 3-star athlete. Okay, this guy, Michael Diesel, if you will, played football. He played basketball. He played baseball. He was one heck of a man, and the D'Angelo family are great people, and that's truly what it's all about, giving back. DieselMania 2, the biggest event of the year here in Connecticut. Michael, if you see it, Hollywood, right behind us.
DieselMania 2.
There he is, right, Michael J. D'Angelo, DieselMania 2. And I know I just stopped down at Paradise Alley. All the boys down there are watching. Pretty Paul Roma's down there. Slick Willie is down there, and I know that's your broadcast partner.
Yeah. Right.
So go ahead, guys. Let's see what we got here. I know one thing. I feel like I'm in the Mojave Desert here in the squared circle. The lights are everywhere. The men behind the glass are here. We have all kinds of fans in the studio. It's pure pandemonium.
We can run it down match per match. You can tell us who you think's gonna come out as the victor. We have, I'd say, about 25 minutes or so from Fan Appreciation Day.
Nice.
And they
footage.
had a special guest ring announcer.
Well, I'm not quite sure who that was. I heard whoever it was, he had the brain of a dehydrated BB.
Oh, man.
Or, as I like to say, the brain of a turnbuckle. But I don't want to get too crazy here. I see everybody back there. They're giving us the thumbs up. They're giving us the red light. They're ready to throw us off the air. It is what it is, Hollywood.
It is. It isn't the first time they've been ready.
True.
And it won't be the last.
Very
Well, you're right about that, Hollywood. So I'm going to tone it down a little bit. I know it's kind of hard to tone it down with the way I look. You know, I'm retro guardian of chaos here.
true. I usually like to rein you in on commentary, but I'm just letting you do your thing.
Well,
first.
RJ, you know that when you and I do the commentary for Paradise Alley, we have to tone it down a little bit. The FCC, you know I got a problem with the FCC, so we're going to try to keep the chicanery at a minimum.
We will. Let's get to this card here. Let's see.
Let's do it. What do we got here?
Start things off with the main event.
Wow.
Save
What
the
more
best
can
for
you
first.
say? Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
A.R. Fox, an accomplished superstar in the indie scene.
Putting it lightly.
Right. Now Lucha Underground, I understand. Coming in to take on the most marketable man in professional wrestling today.
Yeah, that's going to be a barn burner for sure. I'm actually going to be talking to Richard a little later today about how he feels about that match and stuff. That'll be up online. But, yeah, no, it's going to be incredible. It's definitely Richard's toughest task to date in Paradise Alley, or probably his whole career, to be honest with you. And it's fitting that it's at the biggest show of the year as well.
So what happens here? With AR coming in, is he going to remain marketable?
I mean, you can't bet against somebody like A.R. Fox. I'm sorry. I mean, I've known Richard Holiday a long time, but
Right.
A.R. Fox is one of the best in the world today, so he's got my money. I think we get a new champ.
Well, RJ, that's bold talk, RJ Toothe. In my opinion, just speaking for the Guardian of Chaos, you know I've been around a long time. A.R. Fox right now, Hollywood, is one of the best grapplers in the country. He's on top of his game. I'd have to say he's definitely the toughest competitor that Holiday has ever stepped into the ring with. Now, Richard Holiday is the most marketable man in Paradise Alley, perhaps in all of independent pro wrestling. Holiday's signature saying is, win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat. Now, I have to agree with RJ. I give the edge to A.R. Fox. He's a high flyer. He's with Lucha Underground. But Richard Holiday is the Paradise Alley professional wrestling heavyweight champion. He's going to be put to the test. I have to say and disagree with my broadcast partner. I think Holiday is going to find a way to pull out the victory, retain the title at DieselMania 2. You know what I say, Hollywood and RJ. When in doubt, mumbled. So I'm going with Richard Holiday, although A.R. Fox, one of the best workers in the country.
I'll go over here to Dan next.
Oh, dear Lord, are we really in frickin' trouble now? I got to shoot it way back again to RJ over there. I agree with RJ. RJ's the man, the myth, the legend. Never gets it wrong, or if he does, he doesn't admit it. And I got to see A.R. Fox pulling it out over Mr. Holiday.
And what about yourself, Hollywood? Now, Dangerous One went with A.R. Fox. RJ's going with A.R. You know, I took the most marketable man in wrestling. Oh, who's Hollywood like in this one?
I got to think to myself, Holiday, with his momentum over the past year, and now he can pretty much back up when he says he's marketable. Now, A.R. Fox, you know, being a veteran and, you know, bringing everything he brings to the table.
Connecticut boy, by the way.
Is he?
And Sonia.
And Sonia.
Yes, well, the Valley.
The Valley.
Ansonia is no town to be trifled with.
I'm splitting the table here. I'm going with Holiday.
Wow.
He's
Wow. Right down the middle.
His momentum is continuing on. Richard Holiday has a future in this business.
Well, Richard
Big
Holiday
future.
may have a future, but A.R. Fox has the experience.
That's a point well taken, Dangerous One. That's a point well taken. You guys have seen a lot of clips on A.R. Fox. Talent-wise, experience-wise, the Dangerous One is absolutely correct. He hit the nail right on the head.
Mm-hmm.
Richard Holiday may be the future, but A.R. Fox is the now. So
Oh,
we'll leave
RJ.
it there.
I like that. That was good, RJ.
Wow. We'll leave it-
That's why they
we'll
call
leave it there.
him, as I like to say, the Golden Smile.
All right, well, up next here, we got House of Pain and the Pyramids of Power, 6-man tag for the PAPW Tag Team Championships.
Oh, what do you think?
I got to go with my boys, the House of Pain, in this one.
I'm going with a House of Pain. House
Wow.
of Pain. Gotta get the crowd all
Well, do that.
Happy.
Wait, Hollywood, do that again.
What? This?
I like the way you do that.
Happy.
You look like a smaller version of the Ultimate Warrior when you
Gotta
do
make
that.
the crowd happy.
Wow.
You gotta put smiles on their faces.
Well, Big
Pyramids
Daddy.
of Power don't put smiles on anybody's faces.
They don't, but Big Daddy, me and you have seen up close and personal for the past few months, how devious they can be and what lengths they're willing to go to win. And I don't know if the House of Pain is willing to go to that same place, man. I hate to say it, I really do, but I think the Pyramids are going to pull this one out again.
Wow, RJ. And you know what wow spelled backwards is? Wow. In my opinion, their house, their rules. Not to mention that Hakeem Ali, not to be confused with Muhammad Ali, has the largest arms in Paradise Alley. And you know what I say when it comes to the Pyramids of Power? They may be the defending champions, but I say USA #1, Pyramids of Power, Haku! That's just my opinion.
And if it does mean anything, of course, at the last Autism show, House of Pain did defeat the Pyramids of Power in a 6-man tag match. Not for the titles, but, it could definitely factor into things. What do we got next here?
And the House of Pain is from the mean streets of New York, so they know all about getting down and dirty.
They
Right.
do.
That is a valid point.
What?
All right.
What is the health situation with there's a certain member of the House of Pain, I understand, he might be injured.
Yeah, Dre, he's dealing with a little something right now. I don't want to speak out of turn because I'm not really sure what the extent of it is, but
Right.
something tells me he's going to be just fine and ready to go this Saturday.
Well, as an eyewitness to Big Daddy Dre at the iconic North Haven Fair, which was the 75th anniversary of the North Haven Fair, Dre teamed up with Sergeant Murray in a tag match, and I gotta say, Dre looked pretty healthy. He's 6'4", 330 pounds.
Yeah.
So whatever injury it is that Dre has, I think that he's going to be ready for DieselMania 2.
Very good. All right, up next here. This is the one I'm most looking forward to. I mean, it's no secret that Marcel Williams has literally cheated his way every single time out of losing that Intercontinental Championship to my namesake and personal close friend, RJ Rude. I want nothing more than to see him pull this one out. 2 out of 3 falls, I think, plays in his favor because Williams, I think, can't beat him in 2 matches out of 3. Hell, he hasn't even beaten him once yet. So I'm definitely going Rude there. What do you think, Big Daddy?
Well, RJ Rude is the heartthrob of Paradise Alley Professional Wrestling. All the ladies love him. We know that. He's had a trilogy of matches with Showtime, and he's fared pretty well. I personally think RJ Rude may have his number, but let's not forget this. Showtime Marcel Williams has been the Paradise Alley Intercontinental Champion for coming up on almost 250 days.
The Saturday will be 252.
All right, so I knew you would have that number right down, because when you have a hammer in your hand, everything else looks like a nail.
True.
So that's what I could say. It's going to be a tough matchup. Showtime has held on to the belt, like RJ said, for a long time. But RJ Rude, he's a young up-and-comer, and let me tell you something, the ladies go crazy with this. You know what, Hollywood? You could literally find a pair of panties and rub them on RJ Rude's abdominal section, and it'd be like back in the day when you used to wash your clothes that way. Right on RJ Rude's abs. I don't know if we can say that here on TV. RJ, don't get crazy. It's okay. It's okay. The FCC's not here.
Oh, they're here.
Are they here?
That's why we're live to
Well,
tape.
wait, maybe I should go hide somewhere if the FCC hit. Listen, if Dangerous Dan could be on the squared circle and the FCC doesn't throw him off the air, then the Guardian of Chaos could be here.
True. Very true. Very true.
I'm just saying.
True. All right, Jay, what are you thinking?
200.
It doesn't matter what you're saying. Let me tell you, anybody with the name of Williams is starting out from behind. Okay? That's what we're talking about here. RJ Rude may have the advantage in this one, and of course with that anchor around his neck, his opponent having that name of Williams, it doesn't look good. You got to go with RJ in this one.
252 days.
Chump sucker.
You chump sucker. That's right. You know that's what Showtime calls everybody. Chump sucker.
Chump sucker.
Well, say it one more time.
Chump sucker.
Chump sucker.
Now say it with feeling.
Say it
Chump sucker.
Well, Hollywood's got it down.
I got it
Showtime
down.
would be proud. So give us your prediction.
252 days now. That when he won the match, I can't remember. Back in February, I believe.
January.
January. That ladder match was incredible.
It was.
It was incredible. It was like Razor Ramon, Shawn Michaels.
He also needed Ty
Wow.
Shine to win that one to begin with. Just saying.
So there's a lot to be said about performing in a ladder match here in PAPW. It definitely thrilled the crowd. So he brings that to the table.
And from what the ladies tell me, you know nothing about performing.
Oh boy.
Well, we're gonna have to edit that one out.
Was that
That's
a
the
shot
one-
at Hollywood Jay? Listen, this is what happens when you're live and you got the Guardian of Chaos here.
I love how Jay said that's the thing that's going to have to be edited
But
out.
Why just that one thing? Why that? It's okay, Hollywood. It's okay. You are Hollywood
I'm
Jay.
Hollywood Jay.
We don't care what the women say.
All right.
Enough said. RJ Rude.
Enough
I'm
said.
predicting that.
Well, speaking of the ladies here, a good transition. We have Christina Marie.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, you might have to pop those glasses off.
Wait, what's
Big
going
Daddy.
on?
We have
Wow.
Christina Marie and one of the best in the world today, Deonna Purrazzo. I think it's pretty obvious who I'm going to pick here. I'd imagine it's pretty unanimous, but Christina Marie is a solid competitor. I've got to give it to her. She's been training hard. I mean, we last saw her in, I believe it was December. She's essentially a different person than she was then. So she's got a better chance than I'd say most people would think. But Deonna's one of the best in the world, so I think she's got this.
Well, I'm going to save that to say this. Deonna Purrazzo was in Women of Honor. She's very well experienced. I believe she took her physical for the WWE. I believe she's this close, Chiquito, for all our Spanish-speaking friends out there, to signing with the WWE. Christina Marie is no one to be trifled with as far as female grapplers go. She's a beautiful lady. She's well qualified. But as I'm going to have to agree with my broadcast partner, Deonna Purrazzo is one tough lady. She's very experienced, and she's on the pinnacle right now of making it into the WWE.
You know, I think I've actually seen her compete in NXT here and there.
She has.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
She's actually competed for WWE, Ring of Honor, and TNA all in the same year. I mean, how many people can you say have done that?
You're just a wealth of knowledge, RJ. You are a wealth of knowledge, unlike myself, who is the fountain of misinformation. I'm just saying, I want to throw it out there for all the fans. And you know who I know is watching today? I want to give a shout out to my boy Adam Parati and my girl Olivia Coyle at East Haven High School, because they run The Hive, and I know The Hive is watching right now out there. So a big shout out to East
The
Haven
Hive.
School and The Hive. They will be at DieselMania too.
The Hive.
Trust me, The Hive. Well, Jay, you know why they call it The Hive?
No, I don't.
Well, this is East
We're
Haven.
the Yellow Jackets.
The Yellow
right?
Jackets.
Of course.
When's the last time you were stung by a bee?
Oh,
And I don't mean that girl I saw you with at J. Ruse. I don't want to get crazy here, Hollywood.
quite many years ago, when I was a little Hollywood.
When you were a little Hollywood, as opposed to what?
What I am now.
And what are you now?
An older but still little Hollywood.
An older, smarter Hollywood.
Okay, we'll go with that. We'll go with that,
If
Hollywood.
this is smarter, brother, we're in trouble.
Deonna Purrazzo. Deonna Purrazzo in this one.
You're on DP?
Experience
All
is
right.
counting there. You have to.
What are you saying, Dangerous Dan?
This is East Haven. This is Deonna Purrazzo. You have to go with the experience. You got to go with the wisdom inside and outside the ring. We got to go with Deonna Purrazzo.
All right.
So it's pretty much unanimous here
That's
across
a
the
unanimous-
board on a
Yeah.
squared
That's
circle.
across
Absolutely.
the board right there. It's going
Excellent.
to be a good match, though.
It will.
Right.
Okay. Woof. Haas fight, huh? Jeez. I mean, we all saw how this one came about.
Right.
At the Rumble in Paradise, we saw Big Jim throw Sergeant Murray through the middle rope. Of course, you have to throw him over the top rope to win the Rumble match. Because of that, Sergeant Murray has been granted this opportunity, and I don't know if any of you guys have seen him lately, but he is ready to dish out something fierce after being cheated.
Well, I'm going to say that to say this. I know a funeral when I see one, a rat when I smell one, and a bad moon when it rises. Sergeant Murray is my man. He's a true American hero for serving this country. but I'm going to say this. Jim Anderson, Big Jim Anderson with DG Haven and the Church of Haven. He is the United States Heavyweight Champion. Although I love the Sarge, I'm going to have to, because of DG Haven, go with Big Jim Anderson to retain the United States Heavyweight title. That's just my opinion.
What do you think, Jay?
I'm going with a Sarge.
Wow. Okay.
That's not a bad call. It's that this match is very close. Both large men.
Yeah. What do you think?
DieselMania too.
It is. It is.
I'm going with a Sarge.
The hottest ticket in town.
We're actually within our 25 minutes of footage from fan appreciation. We do though on the same hand have a message that was sent to Sergeant Murray via Big Jim.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Right. But I'm still going with
Wait, hold on. We didn't ask the dangerous one who he wants. We know who you want. Who does he want? We know who RJ
We're going there.
I
We're going there right now,
didn't even
man.
predict anybody
I'm
yet.
telling you. Well, if Big Jim Anderson is a human wrecking ball, if it was anybody else, I got to go with Big Jim Anderson. But seeing as it's Sergeant Murray, Stars and Stripes, fans love him inside and outside. He's been jacked up, stacked up, waiting to tear apart Big Jim Anderson. And I got to say, this is the night he does it.
Okay. Well.
Wow, so I went out on a limb again by myself.
Well, I'm gonna actually have to agree with you, Big Daddy. I may have said that Sergeant Murray was,
My partner.
He may be more focused and everything than ever, but he's also a very angry individual, and Big Jim and DG Haven know how to feed off that and play it to their advantage as opposed to Murray's. And one misstep and one clothesline, and Murray's done. So I'm going with Jim as well.
Oh, okay. There you have it, folks.
Okay. We have Spectacular JC will also be in action with Big Steve Tracy. We all know and love him here in East Haven.
Of course.
Well, I'm going to say that it's excellent to have the 5-star spectacle JC there. El Gigante. He's literally 6'6", about 280 pounds. He doesn't have an ounce of fat on him. And for him to be there, and I'm going to go out on a limb. Joe, I know you're watching, Mayor Joe. Sal Maltese, my good friend, I know you're watching also. I know the Board of Education is watching also. But I'm going to put a prediction here. Hoff, I don't know if you agree with this dangerous one. But Big Steve Tracy, Steve the bail bondsman, in my opinion, I'm going to go out on a limb here, and it's going to make a lot of people unhappy, except for maybe Big Steve. You're next mayor of East Haven, Connecticut. I'm going out on a limb here, and I know a lot of people aren't happy about it. I see Hoff is ready to fall over here. I read a lot of your stuff in the Courier, Hoff. Don't think I don't know it's you sending in the editorials about all the politics here in East Haven. So I'm going to back off, but Big Steve, I love him, and you never know what can happen come election time here in East Haven, Connecticut. Let's not get too political.
Very true. Well, we also have Booker T as well. Not to transition too quick there.
Booker T.
Will be signing.
It's a great transition.
From one great to another, yeah.
Correct.
So Booker T will be there, of course, signing autographs from 5 o'clock to 7. You do have to buy a ticket to the show in order to get into the autograph signing. I know there's been a lot of confusion with that, but yes, you do have to buy a ticket to the show.
There shouldn't be any confusion. I'm going to let you guys talk, so go ahead. But there shouldn't be any confusion. The bottom line is it's for the Michael J. D'Angelo Scholarship Fund. It's for a good cause. It's raising money for a family that means a lot to this community. The Board of Education, East Haven High School, they've done a great job, Paradise Alley. And to get 5-time, can you dig it, sucker?
5-time.
That a boy, Hollywood. Booker T from Harlem Heat, Hall of Famer. Of course you have to purchase a ticket for the event to get in and see a legend. He's a Hall of Famer. So that's all I'm going to say. You guys had something to say, and I'll cut you off all day, all night, because that's what I do.
No, just the question was, you pay to get in and meet Booker T. Is there an additional charge for his autograph?
Yeah, yes, it is.
Well, of course, Hollywood. You've been involved in autograph sessions. I sat in line one time for 25 minutes just to get a picture with you. I had to be crazy.
Just trying to clear everything up, that's all.
Yeah, it's going to be for an autograph, 8x10, for the picture combo, and for general.
Well, very inexpensive compared to a lot of WWE stars that go out to the independent shows.
Yeah.
So You know, a lot of people out there in this town are hardworking people, good people here in the community. But, you know, everything that's going to be raised as getting into the building and getting into the event is going to the Michael J. D'Angelo Scholarship Foundation. A big shout out also to the East Haven Yellow Jacket Club, who will be running concessions. All the wrestlers from East Haven High School, the varsity team, are volunteering their time to help out. There's a lot of people doing a lot of things for DieselMania 2, so you got to lay it down to get in. It's just that simple.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You know, $40 gets you a picture with Booker T, you get an autograph, and you get a full eight matches. You know what I mean? Full card. So you can't really go wrong, like Big Daddy
you get
said.
to see Booker T. That's worth the price of admission alone. Forget about A.R. Fox, Diona, Richard Holiday, Big Jim. I mean, listen. Well, us. I don't even know if we're going to be seen that day. I don't know what's going to happen that day, RJ. It might be pure chaos, but it's going to be a big event. You guys have talked about it. Now, you guys are historians of the game. You've been in this business for a long time. Give me your opinion of Booker T and his past. I want to hear what the panel has to say. The fans out there in East Haven and on YouTube and on ETV want to find out what you have to say.
He's one of the greats.
My first memory of Booker T as a kid was watching Stone Cold beat him up and down the aisles of a supermarket. And instantly he became one of my favorites.
What were you doing in the supermarket?
No, it was on a television show. I do frequent the supermarket pretty often, as you couldn't tell.
Well, if you swing by, give me a box of Oreos, please. Double stuff?
Gotcha.
Double stuff Oreos, please.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
And
I'll put it on the list.
None of those little ding dong things, you know.
Wait, hold on, Hop. Did you say ding dong?
Nobody likes ding dongs.
Now with that, oh, this my man! Shama-lama, rama-lama-lama, ding-dong. Well, let me not get crazy here. It's Squared Circle. It's my first time here on ETV.
You're excited.
Well, not only am I excited, this doesn't get any better than this. Do you see all the people out here? I just hope they don't start throwing water bottles or fruit or tomatoes or anything like this. The men behind the glass got to control this. Where's security?
I don't know, man. Big Daddy, you're usually the security. That's why.
Well, I am the
Right.
guardian of chaos, so it is what it is. Go ahead. You guys talk. Don't let me distract you. I'm going to cover up my face because I know that's what the people in here in East Haven want me to
Well, we
do.
got to get to these clips.
Go ahead, get to the clips.
All right, yeah, we'll
Get to the
pull up
clips.
to these
We
fan
keep
appreciation
talking.
clips.
We go right over it. It's buffering.
There we go.
Buffer, I don't even know her. Now, what are we watching? Are we watching Ty Shine and RJ Rude?
Yep.
We're watching Ty Shine and RJ Rude. And I wonder who that referee is.
Slick Willie.
Slick Willie. See, we told you he was a referee. Now you can actually see he's a referee. Look at that. This is Fan Appreciation Day.
That's another highlight of the DieselMania 2. They'll be able to come out and see Slick Willie in
Very
action.
true.
Slick Willie Thompson. Wow.
When we come back on, it gets hot. It's hot and heavy here at Squared Circle. Ty Shine and RJ Rude at Fan Appreciation Day. And that is Slick Willie.
Right.
And is that in the background there former WWE grappler and Mario Mancini tag team partner Paul Perez?
It is indeed.
Wow. Look at that, RJ Rude, nimble as a minx, agile, mobile, and hostile.
We'll give a quick shout out to Perez, one of the unsung heroes of PAPW
Well,
for
he
sure.
was a legend, RJ. Paul Perez is like a second or third generation grappler. Both his mom and dad were luchadors.
Happy belated birthday to him as well, by the way. Yesterday was his birthday.
Was it Paul
Happy
Perez's
birthday.
birthday? Happy birthday, Paul!
Happy birthday.
Ooh.
Wow, Ty Shine doesn't have the best brows in the business for no reason.
No, definitely not. Ty's another one. I mean, he'll be there at DieselMania. He's a guy who's really been waiting to break out. He's been looking for that big opportunity ever since he came into PAPW. We saw him cost Matthias the Intercontinental title in that ladder match we were talking about before. But since then, he's just been kind of trying to find his footing, I guess. So we'll see if DieselMania can be the night that he does that.
Well, it looks like Ty Shine found his footing, but RJ can't find his.
Yeah,
Right.
right here. Yeah.
and the fans are watching RJ and Ty shine right now from Paradise Alley Fan Appreciation. But currently, we are going through a wardrobe change, and you'll see when we get back live on the air. You guys, I gotta say, you look marvelous.
It's an upgrade.
I gotta say, especially Hollywood, this may be your color as we watch Ty shine and RJ Rude here.
Yeah.
You look tremendous. Do you wear that to J. Ruse?
I should try.
I think you should. You might have a little more luck with the ladies.
My old friends, J. Ruse.
Look at that. Ty Shine, RJ Rude, two excellent, well-qualified grapplers.
Rude looking good, man. I mean, as I say it, of course not, I guess, but Rude getting into form for that Intercontinental title match this Saturday, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, look at Slick Willie Thompson working it there as the referee, being trained by Paradise Alley and Pretty Paul Roma. It really doesn't get much better than that.
No, it takes, I know Bill's a part of the show, so we don't really get to just praise him outwardly too much, but it takes a lot of guts to do what he's done to get into the business so late into your life and to excel.
Wait, hold me. Are you saying that Slick Willie is old?
No. He's not old. It's just as far as getting into wrestling purposes, some
Right.
might consider him to be a little older than usual. But I do say that as a compliment because the strides that he's made and as good of a referee as he's become in such a short time, I've never seen anything like it. So,
I just think a few years back he was our super fan.
Exactly.
He was just a guy that he flipped through the channels one day and saw the squared circle on, and he decided to call in.
yeah. And now,
Well, it's obvious that Bill Thompson is drinking from the fountain of youth, and he's got a rebirth going on here at Paradise Alley. There's no two ways about that.
absolutely.
Now break it down, RJ.
Yes.
Look at Ty Shine. Look at RJ Rude. This was from Fan Appreciation Day for Paradise, and I got to tell you, this was a great matchup. I was there live to see it, as was the Squared Circle in Hollywood. Let me tell you, an excellent matchup here at the Wrestling School.
Absolutely. I unfortunately couldn't make it down there for Fan Appreciation Day. I was on assignment, but you did a very good job filling in for the ring announcing as well. But yeah, no, this was an incredible match. You see Williams there on the outside trying to get into RJ's head because, RJ has pretty much spent the last 3 months doing that to Williams.
Well, he's going to the top rope here. Now look at the skills on RJ Rude.
It's where he's the most comfortable. Oh, you see why there.
Beautiful flying cross body press. And that's why I think, and I'm sure the panel here thinks, that RJ Rude has such a good shot of taking the Intercontinental title at DieselMania 2 from Showtime Marcel Williams.
You don't usually see a champ coming into the match as an underdog, but in this
He may be, RJ.
in this instance, he has to be.
And Ty Shine. And there he is, the chump sucker.
There you go.
Wow. Interfering in the matchup. This is why there's a lot of heat between Rude and Showtime.
Yeah. Well, one of the many reasons, we'll say. Oof.
Well, you know
Kick
what?
to the back of the head
Showtime
there.
may be a little jealous that RJ Rude gets all the ladies.
He might be.
Put it in the books!
Yeah.
Ty Shine.
Yeah, after a low blow and, a roll-up. Yeah,
Here we have the challenge being issued for DieselMania.
Well, there he is, a true American hero. Sergeant Murray getting ready to lay the bad mouth down on Big Jim Anderson.
I don't think he's taken Jim as seriously as he should. I mean, I know Sarge is a confident guy and all, and it's why he has been so successful, be it in the military or wrestling or what have you, but Jim's a freak, man.
Well, no two ways about it, RJ. From the Church of Haven and DG Haven, he is a freak. But let's not forget, Sergeant Murray has put his life on the line for this country. He's dealt with all kinds of heinous people with bad intentions, and he's still here to talk about it.
There you are, Big Daddy in the background.
Oh, wait, who's the fat guy with the hat? Oh, boy, they say the camera puts 10 pounds on you. Put 25 on me. And there's Old Glory. There it is. There's Old Glory.
Yeah, we're not just talking about Slick Willie in the corner over there.
Hoff, good point. Point well taken. Now, are we coming back so the fans could see what's going on here on the
Come
Square
back for a
Circle?
minute or two.
Ooh, look at that nimble cat slithering into the ring.
Not too bad, RJ. Look, oh my God, look at
Woof.
him running around. He's getting his cardio in.
One more match, perhaps, Big Daddy?
Well, I don't know about that, RJ. Let's not get crazy here.
I don't know. I think the people would love to see it.
Well, I spent 25 years
at-
for this.
look
Oh, wait, there it is! Mario Mancini on the grill. It doesn't get better than that, baby.
Grilling it up.
I'll take a burger and a dog, Mancini.
Oh, Lord. Look at him.
Mancini right now is on his way to Danbury to meet legendary actress Adrienne Barbeau. It doesn't get better than that. Fine shocks of land on Adrienne Barbeau.
I hope he wore his stretchy pants. That's all I got to say.
Adrienne Barbeau.
Well, I know that the dangerous one in Hollywood, remember Adrienne Barbeau. RJ, that
course.
may be a little before your
It
time,
is.
RJ.
I had to look her up. I had to Google her. I won't lie.
Now, is that Sarge with Nutrius X?
Yep. Another guy who's really looking to break out in
Well,
PAPW.
he's very underrated, RJ.
For sure.
He did challenge Richard Holliday, the champion at the North Haven Fair, and he held his own, Hollywood,
Did he?
the dangerous one. He held his own, Nutrius X.
Well, he's going to have his chance to do it again at, not to get too far ahead of ourselves here, but October 15th. Of course, we have the Evolve and PAPW doubleheader, which will be at Joseph Malillo.
Well, that's
Middle
going to be a
School.
huge event. A huge
Absolutely.
event, RJ. And if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be on iPay-per-view.
Yep. it
Also.
is.
Yes.
It most certainly is.
So, like you said, we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but in the middle of October, Joseph Malillo Middle School, the Evolve Paradise Alley Super Show on iPay-per-view. But we're concentrating right now on Michael J. D'Angelo Scholarship Fund, DieselMania 2, September 23rd at East Haven High School. And as we're watching the clips, in the ring, Nutrius X and the Sarge. Who's the referee? Wait, who's the referee there, RJ?
It's Slick Willie
Is this-
again, I
what
believe.
do we do every match?
I think he did that day. He stepped
did
up.
Every match, he was the only ref.
Well, he's got the stamina of a great white shark, Bill Thompson.
I think they asked Olson to come that day, but he was hanging out with his friends Jack and Jim.
Are you talking about Dave Olson?
I am.
Referee Dave Olson, the SpongeBob SquarePants of Paradise Alley? And Dave, I know you're watching. I know he's listening. That's right. I said SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh, Lordy.
Boy, the Sarge is one large individual.
That he
Waste
is.
the Nutrius X there.
Well, put it in the books, RJ.
Yep.
Well, he may laid waste to Nutrius Xer, but Nutrius X is no Big Jim Anderson.
Very
That's
true.
a point well taken. Big Jim Anderson is no one to be trifled with, and it's going to be one heck of a matchup.
Oh, well, there you see it.
Speaking of Big Jim, there he is. Look at the size of the monster. It's being billed as the monster versus the hero at DieselMania 2.
Well, normally I like to side with the hero in that aspect, but not this time, I don't think, unfortunately.
Well, that was Fan Appreciation Day down at Paradise Alley Professional Wrestling. Again, who's the nimble guy in the ring? Did he change his outfit?
He changed his outfit.
Well,
Wow.
thank God we have, because this was sprung by surprise last minute on the Guardian of Chaos. So I was not prepared, but we forged on, and there he is.
We got
The
Ty again.
man with
Try
the
again.
best brows in the business. He is from the Elm City,
He
one
is.
of our neighboring towns.
Right.
Wow. You gotta
Neighboring
love Ty
city.
Shine. Now, on DieselMania 2, Hollywood, Ty Shine is matched up against who, RJ?
I think that's still to be determined at the moment. He had a set opponent. Unfortunately, that opponent won't be on the show anymore. So I think they're still looking for somebody, but rest assured, Ty will be there on Saturday and will be in action.
Well, Ty Shine will definitely be there, and he's got quite the shine on that dome piece.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
It's the
Well,
best
to wrap
thing
up
since
our
sliced
footage,
bread,
we have
everybody.
The marketable one.
start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. There he is, the Paradise Alley. Oh, wait, let's be quiet. RJ, give me a slap. Whoa, oh, Jesus, Christmas, RJ.
Sorry, Big
The
Daddy.
heck was that?
You told me to slap you.
Well, not that hard.
Sheesh. Oh, Lord. Did you ever sit through one of Richard Holliday's Marketing 101 classes, guys?
Never.
It is.
Should
it is. No. No. No,
one
not at
thing
all.
for sure, RJ, Holiday knows how to make money. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, he does. I mean, I'll definitely give him that much.
We could all use more money.
Yeah, I mean, he's the champ for a reason. You got to give the devil his due, but
He knows.
just
how
wish
to,
he would stop telling me about it.
he knows how to spread something around. All right.
Dangerous one. Be careful. The FCC is never too far off.
Well, hey, in that video me and him did this week, he was talking about closing on chicks at the bar, so you never know, I guess. Did you get to watch that, by the way, Big Daddy?
Well, of course I did. You know that I'm always doing my research and my homework. And Holiday, listen, come on, the ladies love Holiday. Look at him on a scale from 0 to 10. He could be an 11.
Yeah.
And look, Ty, just kicked back, laid back, very cerebral.
I don't think Ty was just paying attention to what the guy was saying.
Probably just thinking about the next bottle of, I don't know, what do they have, eyebrow grease? What do they, what do you do to your eyebrows to make them on fleek, as the kids say today?
Well, I will say one thing. Ty Shine, like the kids say today, is lit. And look at Holiday, limber, nimble, and I believe that Ty Shine is about to have a severe appearance deficit. And you know me, RJ. I know too much, but yet not enough.
The referee once again. Slick Willie.
No, that's
No.
Dave.
Jay,
That's like
Jay,
Willie.
take my glasses
Wait a
off,
minute.
will you please?
Jack-
Take off the Eclipse glasses. RJ, tell him who it is.
Jack and Jim dropped him off early. It's Dave
Oh,
Wilson.
it is Dave.
That's the SpongeBob SquarePants of Paradise Alley. There he is, Dave
Well,
Olsen.
all the refs wear the same uniform, so it's kind of hard to.
Well, maybe, Hollywood, you're still recovering from the adult beverages that you consumed last night. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag here, so to speak.
We had a great time last night.
Speak for yourself.
Well,
Jeez.
somebody get me a blindfold and a cigarette.
I've got to say, man, it really seems like Paradise Alley's been taken over, too. I was just up this past weekend at New England Championship Wrestling with Jim and Ty and Holiday. We were all up there. It was a pretty good time run by Sheldon Goldberg.
How
nice
is that
little,
going?
Nice cheap little plug in there for you. So.
How is that working out for you up there?
Oh, it's really great. It's a lot of fun. One of the more fun locker rooms that I've ever been in consistently. I got to say, I've never been in such a locker room where there's just no egos, no drama, no nothing like that. I mean, every locker room is always going to have its fair share of stuff like that, but Sheldon runs a top-notch, little deal up there. So we have a lot of fun for sure.
Well,
Wait,
as
whoa,
we're
whoa, whoa,
watching-
whoa. Did
Go
you
ahead,
just
Hop,
say
I'm
you're
sorry.
having fun in the locker room?
Lots. Oh, yeah.
Wait, let the chicanery still going on here
Oh,
at Square
boy.
Circle as we're watching the Paradise Alley heavyweight champion Richard Holiday. And I can echo your sentiments, RJ. Sheldon Goldberg is a historian of this business. He's a legend. NECW has been around for over 2 decades. And you can't go wrong with New England Championship Wrestling and the legendary Sheldon Goldberg, who I worked for 15, 20 years ago, RJ.
Wow.
Yeah, Sheldon is quite the gentleman. He's quite the historian, and you can't go wrong with NECW.
We may have to get you up there for a show, Big Daddy.
Well, you know that unless the Learjet is available, I may not make it, RJ. Not unless I could piggyback in on your car or something like that.
Yeah.
It's been on our to-do list for a long time.
Well, hey,
Well,
maybe
from
give
what
it a
I'm
shot.
looking at right here, Hollywood, your to-do list is very long and nothing's crossed off of it. So I'm not quite sure what's going on. I will say you are absolutely pure class in a glass, Hollywood J. I don't even know what that means, but it sounded good when I said it. I wish the fans could see the way that the Dangerous One, Hollywood, and RJ look right now. I get that we're watching Richard Holiday. It doesn't get better than that. But the fans are missing out on the visual impact
As soon as this is
of
over,
the square circle.
you're going to see the wardrobe change right here as soon as this is over.
I feel a sudden urge to woo.
Woo! Do it, RJ! Well, I got it. No, RJ's not doing the woo.
I have to be the calm and composed one, Daddy. It's how we work.
Listen, when you're around the Guardian of Chaos in a squared circle, there is no composure. There is no composure here. Not this week, anyway. Not for DieselMania 2.
True.
Look at Holiday. A nice side headlock there by Ty Shine, tying up the champion. Big shoulder block.
Let's also give a quick shout out to ETV, who will be providing the necessary equipment to film this event this Saturday at DieselMania. We had a bit of an issue with our film crew that we will no longer be using anymore, and thankfully those guys stepped in.
ETV and the Squared Circle are stepping in.
Absolutely.
Well, I will say
officially.
that Hollywood, I got to agree with you on that. ETV is an excellent television channel. It's probably one of the most watched public access channels in the state, with all the chicanery with the Board of Ed, the people in town. They love ETV. They love their local stations. And be careful when you follow the masses, because sometimes the M is silent. RJ, look at that. You finished my line. We're like kindred spirits here.
I know.
Boy, RJ, you're getting good, my friend.
But yeah, that'll be very cool. And also, once we start filming these events with ETV, we could start airing the footage of the full final events with commentary and everything right here on this show.
Well, RJ and
That's
Dangerous
going to be
One.
exciting.
Well, of course it'll be exciting. And that's why I hang out with two other people. Because in case a conversation breaks out, I don't have to be involved. I'm just saying. Look at that nice arm drag by Ty Shine on the champ. As we look here on Fan Appreciation Day, right down the street at Paradise Alley Professional Wrestling. You guys have a great location and a nice studio here. One way down to the south, you can go right down to the beach. When you go out, and if you go a little north, you can end up at Paradise Alley. I mean, it doesn't get any better here.
Absolutely.
It really doesn't.
No. Walking distance.
Walking distance.
It's a nice little mile radius we got here for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Dave was saying keep it open. I don't know if he was talking about the fist or the tab.
Well, I think he was talking about the tab and a beer can.
Probably
Let's not get crazy. Let's not get crazy.
I love you, Dave. I'm just busting your stones.
Olsen, listen, Olsen, we love you. And right now, if fans were to look at the camera when we come back on, this is much better than looking at the face of the Guardian of Chaos, because I scared the rats off cheesecake. I make onions cry.
Hopefully you don't scare the rats off this weekend.
Well, no. We're going to have a jam-packed crowd at DieselMania 2 at East Haven High School. Listen, the Squared Circle's going to be there. And listen, I may not be able to do this, but guess what? I'm going to say it anyway. While I'm here, I'm going to give a big shout-out. Let me keep it low here. I'm going to give a big shout-out to Center Ring, Mario
absolutely.
Mancini, and our boy, the Fogman.
Absolutely.
Go for it, man.
Well, I just did. I think I just did it.
Yes.
Listen, we're all a part of the same team here. Squared Circle's been around for a long time. Fogman's older than dirt himself.
Oh, yeah.
Center Ring's been around for a long time. And listen, with Mario Mancini on Center Ring, it doesn't get much better than that.
Absolutely. We had Mario here just a few weeks ago.
I did watch that show. You guys put on a good product. To have Mancini here, I can listen to Mario talk about his road stories all day. He really
You
is.
literally could.
Well, that's why
Into the night.
And that's why he's an attorney. He's a good speaker. He has great IPC skills.
Yep.
And listen, don't think that I haven't been watching the Squared Circle, because I have.
I know you have.
I watch your product. You guys put out a good product, and I'll be the first one to say it. And I don't care who likes it, who doesn't like it, because I'm the man that tells it like it is. And I'm a fan of the Squared Circle, and I watch and support the Squared Circle. I may be on Center Ring, but I can be anywhere, because you know who I'm loyal to? Paradise Alley Professional Wrestling. Pretty Paul Roma, Big Steve Tracy, Paul Perez, and Mario Mancini.
Mm-hmm.
That's who I'm loyal to. Geez, and I wonder who's watching out there. I wonder who's listening. And look at that. Holiday still tying down Ty Shine. Did I say tying down Ty?
Tying down Ty.
Is that like an oxymoron?
Yeah, I think
Is that
so.
like saying Mario Mancini and Paul Roma in the same sentence? It may be. It may be. Or is that like saying Bill Thompson and Dave Olson in the same sentence? Start spreading the news.
This might not be the best thing to do. But I'm going to answer this call right now.
Oh, boy.
Hey, champ, you're on the air. You're on the air at the Squared
RJ,
Circle.
who's that,
You're
RJ?
on the
This
air.
is Richard Holiday on the air.
Wow.
Put it up to your
the
microphone.
Paradise Alley Professional Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, the most marketable man in wrestling, and I know he knows who this is, Richard Holiday.
How we doing, champ?
Doing fantastic.
You got a big match this weekend, huh? Thought we were going to get you down here to talk about it today. What happened?
Yeah, you know, my marketing assistant had messed up the times for me.
His marketing assistant messed up the times.
Well, as a matter of fact, Champ, we're watching your match right now live here on the Squared Circle. It's Richard Holiday versus Ty Shine.
Well, I thought it was 10 p.m. You know, I thought it was a prime time show. You know, 10 a.m. is kind of a little early for the champ.
Well, you're probably getting back from last night's events, Holiday.
Yeah, I was having a good time last night. But listen, I just wanted to give a call and let you guys know I wasn't going to be able to make it, and just continue to promote me.
All right, champ. I'll give you a call after the show. We'll talk more. All right, bye.
Well, that was great to have Richard Holiday call in live on the Squared Circle. It doesn't get better than that.
It doesn't get any better than that.
Well, like I always say about Holiday.
Hopefully we can hear him. He did seem a little bit low.
Well, if you can't hear Holiday, you sure as heck can hear me.
Right.
That's for sure. Well, how ironic is that we're talking about the champ, we're viewing the champ, and the champ calls in?
Yeah, very, very unique timing.
Almost impeccable.
Well,
Yeah.
that's your connections, RJ Toothe. You have insider information with the champion.
Yeah, I'm like the Adam Schefter of Paradise Alley, I guess you could say.
The Adam Schefter.
Yes.
That is I was going to say more like the Gorilla Monsoon.
Okay, there you go.
Well, that's a compliment, RJ.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Mr. Gino Morella.
Well, there was nothing like Gorilla Monsoon. Look at that. Nice
A
neck
marketable
breaker.
stunner.
That was a stunner, yeah.
That should have been a 3 count right there. I thought Holiday had him wrapped up on that one.
Yeah, I got to give Ty the credit, though. He
Well,
got that shoulder up.
somebody distracted Mr. Olson. Maybe it was one of his friends, Jack or Jim, out in the audience. You never
Might
know.
have been.
Well, Ty Shine is double tough. Give him credit on that one. And you know me, RJ, when it comes to the moves. Give me 8 spots like Bubba Ray Dudley once said to me. Give Big Daddy 8 spots. He'll mess up 7 of them. I'm just going to say that.
Oh, Lord. I think we should be coming up to the closing
be the
moments
closing.
here.
Well, I know right now with the wardrobe change, you guys must be melting here in the studios.
Oh, totally.
It's a little warm, but, nothing we can't handle.
Well, I will say you guys look very exotic. I'm going to say that. Very exotic.
Oh, rock bottom!
A rock bottom and a stone cold stunner.
Hey, can Olsen count to 3? Do we know if Dave can count to 3?
That is
If
a
we're
good
talking
question.
about shots, we can.
Well, I keep seeing 1, 2, 1, 2. Where's the 3?
Well, I guess we're about to see it right here. Yep.
There it is, RJ.
Yeah,
And there we have it.
Put it in the books.
There we have it. And now everybody can see the wardrobe change.
Look at you guys. Very exotic, a la Jesse Ventura.
Look at this, baby.
It doesn't get better than the feathered boas. RJ, Dangerous Dan, Hollywood, I almost called you Holiday. And look, this picture in front of me is much better looking than I am. And folks, to calm it down for a little bit, and the Squared Circle has been generous and kind enough to let me sit in this week. As you look at the poster in front of me, that's what this Saturday is all about. DieselMania 2, the Michael J. D'Angelo Scholarship Fund, in memory of Diesel at East Haven High School, coming up on this Saturday, September 23rd. Look at this young man, folks. This is what it's all about for coming up at DieselMania 2. So I'm going to be quiet for a second. I'm going to hide behind Diesel because he's larger than life, and I'll let you guys do your thing here on the Squared Circle as I hide behind Diesel.
Yeah.
Wait.
As we all know, Diesel was a really special person in this community. His whole family is very highly regarded. It was an absolutely tragic loss, one that can't be explained or reasoned or anything. All we can do at this point is try to make up for it as much as possible, and that's what we're trying to do. Every cent from the gate that night will be going to the Michael J. D'Angelo Scholarship Fund. One lucky student is going to get that scholarship, and it's going to help them get the education that Michael would have wanted. So.
Well, and also, RJ, I do know that the D'Angelo family purchased a very expensive scoreboard that was dedicated at the high school in Michael's honor. You can go up to East Haven High School, a beautiful facility, and see what the D'Angelo family did. It says Michael Diesel D'Angelo right on the scoreboard, and I believe they're going to try to do that again. There's a lot of local businessmen here in town that made things happen from all over the town of East Haven, whether it was Tom Hennessy from Forbes Fuel or John Finkel in the Rib House. I don't want to get too personal and throw names out here and name drop, but I'm going to do it every day. Of all kinds of sponsors and local businesses around here that have been great to Paradise Alley Professional Wrestling and for DieselMania and also for the autism event that was here.
Jay and Dan, closing thoughts with a minute left here.
I think we pretty much said it all. We'll just see everybody down there at East Haven High School. It's going to be awesome.
Well, folks,
Can't wait.
Hollywood, Dangerous One, RJ, it was a pleasure to be here on Squared Circle to have the Guardian of Chaos, Big Daddy. DieselMania 2, don't you dare miss it. East Haven High School, September 23rd. It doesn't get any better than that for a great cause.
Does not.
Give me my feathers back, Toothe. What are you doing? Give me those back, Hollywood. Give me, Dangerous, can I have the feathers? Let's go, give me that thing. What's going on here at ETV? Now, this is what I'm talking about, baby.
Take us home,
Guardian
Jay.
of
Take us
Chaos.
home. Jay, take us home.
I'm Hollywood J. Williams. Good night.
Yeah,
and good luck.
baby!
We'll see you next Tuesday.